Or everyone, please on your camera once the session start, okay? At least in Google Meet, everyone should be visible because in YouTube we can't say anything, but for at least speaker, it should look good if you're on the camera. वो कृष्णा का काम है आज के सेशन के लिए। एक दो चार क्वेश्चन तो चाहिए। So I think we are good to go. विवेक, संजय, कृष्णा तेरा लाइट ऑन कर। Is it started? Sanjay, start. Is my voice audible? Clear? Okay. All right then. So hi everyone. Good evening and welcome to the GC lecture series organized by Graphic Cafe Club NIT Andhra Pradesh. So first of all, just let me you, give you a quick overview about the what is GC lecture series and Graphic Cafe Club. So I hope you like all aware about the topics which we have included in our GC lecture series. So first of all, I would like to thank our faculty coordinator, Dr. Viresh Kumar GB, and also he's the Dean of Student Welfare for his constant support and help for organizing such kinds of events and session webinars for our students. And coming to the Graphic Cafe is the official media cell of our college, and we handle all the promotional and digital media of our college. We promote all our college activities inside the college as well as outside of our college. So as well as we coordinate with the clubs and association of our college, and we conduct the events, sessions, webinars. So the same till now we have organized sessions on cultural activities like technical activities. So recently, we have organized like offline workshop on Web3 and blockchain in the month of October, and that we have received almost 100 plus participants. So with the same like spirit and enthusiasm, we have launched our lecture series. So till now, we have organized random sessions like for different topics. So this time, what we thought is like if there are like series of sessions, so it will be helpful for participants and students also to find the useful content, right? So yeah, so with the same vision, we brings you the GC lecture series. So just let me share my screen. Just a second. Team, is my screen visible? Sanjay, is
Yes.
my screen visible? Okay, fine. So first of all, GC lecture series topics. Okay, so you all like we all are engineering student and we are like belongs to the technical background, right? Uh, but why this other topics we have included in the GC lecture series? So the reason behind is like just I wanted to share some little things about you, little survey which I have done personally. Recently, I saw the Google post. Just a minute. Yeah, yeah. I was saying about Google. Recently, they have laid off around 1,200 employees. Okay, and they were belonging of IT background, so basically software engineers. So if the student is from CSE background or from apart from other CSE background, whether it is technical or not, everyone is like preferring coding only, right? Uh, but at the end of the day, what we are seeing, there are like firing, there is like laying off from the companies. Why is it so? Because everyone is preferring to coding jobs only, though they are having some extra skills graphic designing and video editing, even content writing. If someone is good at social media influencer, but they don't want to make career out of it, right? So that is the reason we thought, why can't we bring some this kind of topics so that like our student also will get to know what are the career opportunities in it, so that they also will get motivated and they also think of if they are interested in particular topics, if they are following their passions, then definitely there is career out of it. So moving to the first topic, that is graphic design. So graphic designing, everyone knows that if you are in company, if you are in any job, if you are in any, or if you are watching any movie anywhere, first thing what comes to your eyes is like picture, right? So whether it is form of poster, whether it is form of visual representation, so like who will do all kind of graphic designing and those stuff, those are graphic designers, right? So definitely the company also needs some experts to make all such kind of designs and visual representation, right? So here you can see in that content, there is a particular tools for graphic designing, Adobe, Canva, and Illustrator, Photoshop. There are different tools. Okay, so by using all those tools, like people are making this graphics. And for this particular session, we have invited Ayush Arora. He has bunch of experience in graphic designing. He has done several works for media companies, for other software companies also, and also OTT platforms. So this is all about graphic designing. So before digital marketing, I wanted to talk about content writing actually. That is the today's first topic, content writing, right? So whatever the information or message you see in the form of word, that is content. Content writing is like content writing, content creation, or creative writing, whatever it is. So basically, what we read, that is like content, and it belongs to all companies, software, education background, everywhere. Content writer needs, right? So she is our speaker, Aditi Agarwal, and basically she was joined as a analyst in Deloitte. But after that, she moved into content writing and she started freelancing. So I know like you are curious about the session. So like one by one, we will get clear, detailed information about their experience and expertise. So next is digital marketing. After content writing, once we have content in our hand, so definitely we are making content for such kind of promotion, or people should read our content. So that is one part is digital marketing. So without any offline branding, just on the social media platforms, we have Instagram, we have LinkedIn, we have YouTube. So there also we can promote our content. Okay. So in digital marketing, there are like different subdomains involved. there is like email marketing, WhatsApp marketing, LinkedIn marketing. So the basically digital marketing involves promotions. In like previous days, what we can use to see that banners everywhere and other TV ads. But rather than all those things, now like we have moved into social media promotion, right? So definitely there is also career. So here is our speaker, Mir Khurram. He's a digital marketing expert, and he has bunch of experience in sales, operation, and also in marketing and advertising team. So we will come for the session. Next is UI UX design. So what UI UX design is basically it is part of web development. Okay. So if I just want to explain UI UX design, we are using Amazon, right, for ordering any kind of stuff. So if you compare Amazon interface and if you compare Agio interface, definitely you can see some changes. And because Amazon is following some traditional palette and they are following particular design outlets. But in Agio, if you see, there is somehow it is look catchy kind of designs. So basically, it will attract users. So that is how user interface works. So and for that, UI UX designers are there. So we have invited Arun Aditya for speaking on topic of UI UX. He has experience in mobile application developer, also design and mobile developer, and software developer. Next is video editing. We all are aware about video editing. What is video editing? Everywhere we can see in OTT platform, movies, or like any kind of ads. Everywhere there is video, right? So video is like kind of we can say best promotional media or best visual media or what we can say. It is something like can catch our eye, right? If you are promoting any uh, content and if you are promoting any video, definitely people will see video, right? So all the companies, all the movies production industry, they need video editors. So there is like huge. So on the topic, we have invited Harsimran Singh. So he's a co-creator for the Ghost Talks, and he's also video creator for the Blue Line Consultancy. And right now, he's working as a freelancer. So these were all the like different subtopics for like career. But as this is the age where like everyone is focusing on startups. It is like basically what you can say every students are preferring for startup nowadays. If student is for first year, second year, they are also saying that I have my own startup. So, what are the fundamentals required to create your own startup? What are the mindset you have? What are the mindset you require? What kind of experience do you require to create your own startup? So for that, we are organizing this special kind of session on entrepreneurship talk. So we have invited Saini Bhaumik for giving a talk on entrepreneurship, and she was the founder of Diet Plates, and also she's the founding team of Deserve, and she's also like running investor relations and product stock. Yeah, that is all about our GC lecture series. And I welcome you all for the GC lecture series. I hope this series will help you, whether you are you are taking it as a career opportunity, whether you are taking as a, like part-time thing, whether you are taking as for interest. So it is up to you. But definitely this series will help you in some point of time because apart from studies, everyone are doing some extracurricular activities, right? So it may contain your content writing, it may your content video editing. So definitely all those topics are belongs to you and not for like you. For our club also, we are the graphic cafe, and even in our graphic cafe we have four wings. One is a technical wing, another one is a digital uh, graphic design wing, third one is a social media, another one is networking wing. So for all the particular wings, we have kind of same work which other industries or other companies, other organizations are doing in their own companies. So the workflow is same and the topics are also the same. So the series will like definitely help you. So thank you. So now I would like to invite Krishna Tayal for take over the session.
Thank you so much, Shreyas Bhaiya. So, hey everyone, welcome to the GC lecture series brought to you by Graphic Cafe at NIT Andhra Pradesh. We are here to make learning chill and conversations cool. Today, we are kicking off with something awesome, the world of content writing. So, for that, we have Miss Aditi Agarwal. She's not just a DC analyst at Deloitte USI, but also a LinkedIn ghostwriter. Cool, right? And a vibe, sharing real stories to help you navigate your early 20s. Plus, she is an NIT Raipo grad from class of 23. Get ready for a laid back chat where we unpack the art of content writing with Aditi. No frills, just full insights. So let's just dive into the GC lecture series with Aditi Agarwal. Over to you, Aditi.
Hey, thank you, Krishna, for this introduction. Good evening, guys. How are you all doing?
Amazing.
Hi Aditi.
Hi, Aditi. We are
I
doing good.
glad to know that. So, when are we good to start the session?
Yeah, we are good to go.
We're
It's
good to
on your
go?
convenience. Yeah.
Okay. So, I would like to present my screen for the PPT. Can I do that?
Yeah, sure. Can do that.
Okay. Okay. Hope my screen is visible and I'm audible.
Yes, everything's fine.
Okay. So, good evening, everyone. I'm Aditi Agarwal and I am a chemical engineering graduate from NIT Raipur. I'm currently working as an DC analyst in Deloitte USI. So you all might be wondering how a chemical engineering graduate and an analyst is here to give you a review about content writing. So this is what my next slide is about. Why you should listen to anything that I'll say in the next 50 minutes. While I was an undergraduate, I started my journey as a freelance content writer, and I have 3 years of experience in that. In those 3 years, I worked with 15 plus clients in the field of fashion, lifestyle, tech, health, and well-being. And there was a time in those 3 years where I generated 3 lakh plus rupees in a period of 6 months as a college student. So, after knowing all these things, you might be intrigued to know more about content writing. Uh, is that true?
Yeah,
Yeah. So, before starting this session, I just wanted to say that as I have explained this, what I have done, if I can do it, you all can do it. And just to go, so I'm just moving forward with this session, hoping that you would get to know a lot about content writing. So, moving forward, let's get to know what is content writing. In a very simple term, content writing is creating and editing content for the internet. This might include your articles, blog posts, social media copy, website copy, etc. But what unifies all these forms is a purpose. What unifies is the purpose and how you connect a brand's voice with its target audience. Let me tell you a very simple example about this. Yesterday, Graphic Cafe rolled out an Instagram post below which was a caption. That caption connected Graphic Cafe with you guys, and you were the target audience. So, everything that you're seeing on internet is content. Whether it is a video script, whether it is a caption, whether it is an article. Everything that is on internet is about content. Am I good? Do you
Yes.
guys have any
yes.
question?
Yeah, no questions.
Okay. So I'll move forward and I'll tell you a bit about how I started as a freelance content writer myself. Um, This is a very exhilarating journey for me because I never thought I would be a content writer because I was from a chemical background. And as you know, you are also from a technical college, that we don't have much exposure in all these fields. You can get a simple course on Python, or you can get a simple course on machine learning, but no one is here to tell you about what a freelance content writer does. So and during my first year of college, I started working as a digital marketing intern in a company at my hometown in Raipur. And while I was exploring different areas of digital marketing, I got to know about content writing. For a few days, I worked as a content writing intern also. So after that, I figured out that content writing is my thing. And luckily, I was luckily during my time, COVID hit, and I tried to utilize the quarantine period to upskill my knowledge in the content writing. So I took a few course and started making my profile on freelancer.com, Fiverr, Upwork, etc. But let me tell you, there's a lot of struggle when you use these platforms, because there are already so many people striving for the same role. So it gets difficult for beginners like us to stand apart. But I was fortunate enough that I got my first client from freelancer.com, and that changed everything. During that time, I got my client was from a fashion startup, and he wanted me to do blog writing for him. So that from that point of time, I started building my portfolio. And as soon as I gained much experience, I started optimizing LinkedIn. And for the next clients, all of them were inbound leads from LinkedIn only. Then because I know at that time ki I don't want to become a full-time freelancer, as I also had to see my academics and career. So I was going slowly. I was getting one client, two client, and I was just independent enough to carry forward my own expenses. What changed was during my final semesters. I tried to jump all in as a freelancer, and utilized all my time in content writing. So those were the 6 months that I was talking about in my second slide, that I generated 3 lakh rupees in 6 months. As you know that eighth semester, as you know, or you might know, when you'll go in your eighth semesters, that that final semester is very chill, and you will have a lot of time to explore your interest apart from the company that you will be placed in. So I went full in as a content writer. And as you can see in my screen, that in January I earned 30,000. February I got one more client, March one more. So this was my gradual journey, which is realistic as well. I'm not telling here that you will be able to earn 1 lakh rupee per month just from the first month that you are starting out. So this was my gradual journey, and it was full of experiences, learning, and growth. And I was glad that I took that decision of going full in content writing and experience what uh, full-time content writing career would look like. But at the same time, I was also interested in data and numbers. So from my college, I was placed in Deloitte, and I took that chance that I want to explore more in the field of analyst as well. So here I am working as an analyst now. So this was a bit about my journey as a freelance writer and where I am right now. Now we'll go and talk a few points about how you can become a content writer, and what do you actually need to become. Because nowadays there are a lot of fluff on internet that will say that no, you need a degree in English or journalism, or every influencer will sell you a course saying do this course, do this one course if you want to become a content writer, or you should have a prior experience in any company. But let me tell you, you don't need any of this. Yeah, I know that all these three things would be good to have, but this would not become hindrances in your journey of becoming a content writer. If you are creative, if you are curious, and if you have a proficiency and if you have a basic proficiency in English, then you are good to go to become a content writer. Apart from these three things, creativity, curiosity, and basic proficiency in English, you need one more thing, which is a decent work portfolio. Now, what is a work portfolio, and why do you need it, and how you can actually build it? I'll talk about that. So, am I good to go? Are you guys getting it, or do you
Yes,
have any
yes.
questions?
No, no.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so work portfolio is is a pretty small sample of your work that will dictate your voice, your tone, your writing style, structure, and the way uh, and like the style that because every person has a unique style of writing. The way I write might be very different from the way you write the same piece of content, you know. So the work portfolio is very necessary to determine how you write and how you present your content. Now, why do you need it? If you go to a client saying, I want this job, I want to work here as an intern or as a full-time content writer or as a freelancer, then you need to show him or her that you are the right fit for this job. So a work portfolio will let them know that, yeah, for example, Krishna is good in blog writing. Then if he'll pitch to a client that I have written this kind of blog and I want to work for your company, then he'll definitely allow him to work with him. Now, if you're starting out, you'll ask me a pretty good question that, Aditi, how will I make a work portfolio without any actual work experience? Which on my end is a very genuine question. So let me tell you that even without any work experience, you can make a work portfolio. Because what you need to do is pick out a topic from from internet and start writing about it. Just create four samples, one for long form of content, for example a blog. Just pick out a topic from a Google, research deeply about it, uh, write content according to your research and add your opinion, and there it is, your long form content is ready to go. Then include one sample of short form content. It could be a LinkedIn post, it could be a short essay kind of thing, which is which will include your experience. So include one short form of content. After that, you can include one sample of social media post, a caption, or anything that you find intriguing on social media, just to show your knack of creativity. So three or four samples in different styles that could actually show your experience in all these areas, and you are good to go to pitch your services to your clients. And there is nothing that will come in your path, because they don't want to, like, they will not even care whether you have worked with an actual client or not. They just want to see whether you will be able to work with them or not. So that's why you need a work portfolio, and here's how you can make it. So do anybody have any questions about work portfolio?
It's fine. We'll have a Q&A
Okay.
session at the end of the session.
Okay, sure. So now let's discuss what are the future aspects in content writing. Um, if uh, if you are curious and if you want to explore much about your interest in content writing, then you can also opt for internships during your undergraduate period. Like, you can apply for internships that are posted on LinkedIn, that are posted on Internshala, Glassdoor, etc., etc., and figure out whether you want to pursue it as a career or not. You after doing that internship or a freelancing experience, you can also opt for a full-time job in content writing, because it is literally booming. This industry is booming, and every field needs a lot of content writer at this point of time. So if you start working as a full-time content writer, then according to the industry trends, you will be getting paid around 6 lakh to 10 lakh per annum, which is a very decent amount as a beginner. Now, if we apart from full-time content writing experience, you can also opt for full-time freelancing in content. uh, and in my experience, and what I have seen in my friends' journey also, that becoming a full-time freelancer will take a lot of effort, and is also kind of what shall I say? It's tricky, is some kind of risky, but the rewards are also higher. You can make around 50,000 to 1 lakh, or to 50,000 to 3 lakh per annum as a full-time freelancer. So yeah, the career is very good in content, I must say. But right now people are pretty much confused whether they should opt for a career in content, because they are worried whether AI will replace content writers. Am I right? So, uh, let me tell you that the point of time that we are in, AI hasn't replaced content writers, and I know we cannot be sure about anything in future, but talking about the time that we are present in, AI is here to help content writers. After AI, I have seen, and I myself has generated ideas very quickly. Research has become very easy, and you can see a lot of different perspectives with the help of AI. So has only been there to help you out, and if you'll keep upskilling, if you'll keep updating yourself with the latest trends in AI, and if you'll uh, learn to incorporate AI in your journey, then it will be very easy and very convenient and time saving. So I don't think that right now you have to worry about will AI replace you. What you should focus on right now is how you can upgrade yourself to incorporate AI in your daily life and become so acquainted with it, so that it can never replace you, but you might become more efficient than every other human by using AI. So so we are mostly at the end of this slide, and here's my one last advice as a content writer and as a person who has recently graduated from a college, for you, that just ask for help shamelessly. Just go and reach out to people, ask what they're doing, be interested in their activities, be interested in their journey, learn a lot from them. And if you find their journey interesting, if you find their work useful, then ask for any help that they can ask for help. If they can help you out, your journey will become easy. So as a college student, don't uh, don't hesitate from asking anything to anybody. Everyone would love to help you. I am here just because I have asked a lot of questions from a lot of people. And in my 5 years of journey, after I went to college and I am starting out as a corporate employee, nobody has said no. Everyone was happy to help, and every help has taken me near to my goal. So keep asking and keep moving. That's it.
Thank you, Aditi,
And
for the presentation. So now I'll be taking with the questions. So first question we have from Bodeda Rahul is that what strategies do you employ to tailor content for different social media platforms? like
Once,
for
just
different
give
social.
me 1 second. Just
Yeah,
give me
yeah,
one second.
sure, sure, sure. Take your time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Please go ahead.
Yeah, so the question from Rahul, Bodeda Rahul is, what strategies do you employ to tailor content for different social media platforms? Like, how is it different to tailor content for like Twitter now X and Instagram, LinkedIn, like different social media platforms? So
Okay, yeah. So, so Rahul, every content is different. If you will write on Instagram, then you are writing for a different set of audience. If you are writing on LinkedIn, you are writing for a very different set of audience. So, it's important to first understand what type of audience are you writing about. After that, every platform has an algorithm. So, no matter how good content you write, you also should look forward to algorithm. You also should look about the algorithm of that platform. So talking about LinkedIn, because I have written much of my content on LinkedIn. The target audience there are professionals, are industry leaders, are students just like you, and are employees. So first of all, I'll just give the example of LinkedIn first. If you want to start writing on LinkedIn, figure out which kind of audience are you targeting to. If you are targeting to students, then you have to curate your strategy accordingly. You have to curate what are the pain points that they're dealing with. For example, college students are dealing with homesickness, peer pressure, societal pressure, with career pressure, and a lot of many things. So these are first, you look the target audience, their pain points, and after that you start curating content. Curating content is the third step. First you have to figure out these 2 points, and the third step will be the point where you curate content. And while you curate content, you have to look whether your content is reaching out to people or not. For example, you your content would be very good, very insightful, but that might not be appealing to your audience, then they won't read it. So you have to figure out ways on how to make it appealing. Like we talk about hooks, why hooks are important in your content. if a per, in today's time, attention span is very low. A person will read your hook. If he'll not be intrigued by it, he'll just scroll down, because there is a lot of content nowadays. So in the third step, when you are curating content, you have to try to make it interesting and insightful at the same time. And the example that I've given you for the LinkedIn, this goes with every other platform. Follow these 3 steps and you are good to go for social media content.
so yeah, next question we have with like Prakhar Dwivedi has raised his hand. So yeah, Prakhar, you're on mute. Please unmute yourself first.
Good evening. Am I audible right now?
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Hello, Aditi. Thanks for coming here. Apart from content writing, congratulations for being the third, I guess, third position in your chemical branch. And nobody literally talks about it, but yeah, it's an accomplishment like 9.45 CGPA. And apart from
Thank
it,
you so much.
am I allowed to talk about regarding your interview experience with Deloitte? And also, my second question would be how you were able to manage your time while you were a student, both in this freelancing as well as your academics.
Yeah, sure. So I'll start with time management and then I'll go with the interview experience.
Yeah, sure.
So, talking about time management, I struggled at first, and I wouldn't lie that I was able to do these things because there was a COVID period and our colleges were shut down, and at that time, online classes were going on. So it was manageable. A lot of my time, I first used to attend the classes, then I studied a bit about chemical engineering, and after that night, I used to do my content writing stuffs. But I still feel that this would have been a bit difficult if everything was going smoothly. If everything were going smoothly at that time, and COVID was not present. So, talking about normal situation in which you guys are right now, what you can do is you can set aside a definite period of time, like 1 to 2 hour daily, and carry forward with your academics. Like you can say that most of your day would be dedicated to your academics, and just take out 1 hour daily. 1 hour is more than enough. If you just take 1 hour in your daily schedule and do that consistently for 3 years, 2 years, then you will be there where you want to reach. You just don't push yourself that much ki I have to do this, I have to do this in this period of time, at that period of time. Just uh, j- uh, just try to be consistent daily. That's it, and you will be able to make it. So I was also able to do these stuffs because I also had a good group of friend circle in college. I would suggest you guys one thing, that have a very supportive and good friend circle in college. While I was while I was obsessed in writing during my last semester, all of my friends were there to help me out during my exams, during sharing the notes, and were always there to help me out selflessly. So find people who will uplift you in your career apart from academics. So this was all about time management, and talking about interview experience. Yeah, so it was good. Like it was the first company that I appeared for, and I wouldn't say that I was nervous because I have always been good interacting with people. So I was pretty chill, and as I appeared for analyst, I prepared for SQL, Python, and case studies, guesstimates, etc., etc. And during the interview, my interviewer was also very chill. We talked about how I am interested in reading books, and he was actually interested in knowing what I do in content. Like for about initial 10 minutes, we he discussed about how why I do content writing, how I started it. So the conversation starter was pretty good, and it set the ground for the next 40 minutes, I guess. And in those 40 minutes, he asked me guesstimate and a coding question and a business case study. And yeah, because I was a bit prepared, I was able to answer all of that. And it went uh, and yeah so the, during my interview, the most important thing that I felt was the questions that I asked uh, at the end, which was when he asked, do you have any questions for me? Then you should use that question very wisely. When anybody says in your interview, do you have any question for me? Just don't say no, I'm good. Ask, how does your day look like? What did you do today? And what are the future prospects in the company if I be selected? So the initial 10 minutes and the 10 minutes at the end were crucial for my interview, I thought, because everybody was competing for the same job, and everybody had the same coding guesstimate and uh, business case study question. But how are you setting yourself apart is that matters. So prepare yourself for that.
Thank you, Aditi. I think Prakhar got his answer very well. So next question we have is from Asim Gupta. It's from the YouTube. It says, how do you measure the success of social media content in terms of engagement and reach?
Um, Actually, in terms of engagement and reach, for speaking personally, I haven't done it just for engagement and metrics, but for the clients, engagement and metrics are an important point. So if you have to look for like initially, you don't have to look for engagement and metrics. It will take time. If in any social media, if you're just starting out, even for yourself or for your clients, you won't be able to get engagement and metrics right away. And please don't use clickbaits or any other activity that will just give you instant engagement and metrics for the initial period of success. What you need to do is start curating quality content. By quality content, I mean start talking about your experience, start talking about things that will actually help your audience in their journey. For example, if I'll talk about content writing, then it will be able to help other students. So try to talk about things that you can actually help other people on internet. And after you, if you will share genuine content, if you share quality content, then people will actually be interested in reading that content, and gradually the engagement and metrics will come. So I don't think that there's any number, or there's any kind of that you can quantify it. You just have to see the growth that you are getting in a period of 1 to 2 years.
Okay, so we have got some requests from Sanjay and Javed, Jawad, that they want to ask some questions. So firstly, we'll go with Sanjay's question. So Sanjay, please unmute yourself and ask the question. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, okay. So yeah, that's true what you just said. And but still, if you look into AI, right now also, if someone will just give me AI written content and a human written content, then I'll be able to figure out which content is written by AI. Yeah. So till now also we are not able, we haven't reached that stage that we can train AI just like a human. I am not denying the fact that we are not on the path. We are on the path of training AI, and it is learning pretty good, and it is giving good results. But still you have to fact check, and you have to mold the tone, you have to change the voice, you have to change, you have to give that human touch in the AI written content. So that's what I said. It has after the evolution of AI, we are taking less time in generating content. Still we need a human to check everything and just edit it like a human written content. So if you, so still we cannot say anything about future. But I also think that if you'll keep up with AI, if you'll keep learning AI tools, and if you'll keep learning how to what can I say, how to upskill yourself along with AI, then you will be still safe, rather than a person who is just fearful of AI.
So
I don't know.
Jawad, your question now.
Yeah. Hello,
Yeah.
Aditi. I'm audible. Yes, I'm audible.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
yeah.
audible.
Hi, Aditi. Yeah, nice to
Hi.
meet you. Yeah, I just got to know that you have done an internship, like you were a content writing intern. So, what do you think is the best way to approach different clients or company for the content writing internship? What is the best way and how did you do that?
For the digital writing and for the digital marketing intern that I talked about,
Yeah, yeah,
I
what?
reached out. I reached out to that. I reached out to that manager using the cold mail. What happened was he came for a webinar in our college, and I was so curious during my first year of college that I just reached out to him via cold mail, and he got back to me, and just because of my zeal, he gave me that internship. So what you can do is you can figure out right now, if you don't have much experience, and you want to explore more about any kind of field, you can utilize platforms such as LinkedIn. I must tell you that everybody who is in college should use LinkedIn. But you can go to different people's profile, you can see what they're doing, and if you are interested to work with them, Just keep every fluff aside and tell them why do you want to work with them. And as I said you about the work portfolio, keep your work portfolio ready and show your zeal to them. Nowadays, every startup needs an individual who can uh, who can just bring some new ideas, who can bring creativity to their world. So if you are very much enthusiastic, build a decent portfolio, reach out to people via cold mail. It can be through direct messaging, or it can be through cold mailing via emails. And the this doesn't mean that you only have to reach out to first 10 people, first 20 people, and get disheartened if you don't get any opportunity back. You have to cold mail like 100 to 200 people just to grab that one opportunity that you're looking forward to. And let me tell you, if you will grab that one opportunity, no, after that it will be a series of opportunities that you will create just for yourself without doing anything. Matlab, you have to be consistent, you have to put out yourself, you have to put out content, but it would not be as tough as sending the first few cold mails like 100 or 200 mails. After that, if you'll get one client, your journey will become pretty easy if you'll deliver good content to them as well.
Yeah, thank you.
So next question is, how do you incorporate SEOs in your content, right? The search engine optimizations, as we have heard, they are very much important for a content
Yeah,
writer to make their content reach to a wider audience. So how do you incorporate that in your writing?
I actually try to keep it very genuine. Like, I just don't like content which are only written just for the sake of SEO. You know what? Google has this ranking thing, but if you'll just incorporate five keywords in one line, then people might not read it. And if you're writing a 5,000 word blog and incorporating just keywords in them, then and people are not reading it, then that is also a buzzkill for SEO. So I try to incorporate long form and long tail and short tail keywords. I like to maintain a balance between them. I like to maintain the flow of content, and and grammatical punctuations and everything are in place. I check for it, I proofread, and I make sure that it is that the content doesn't involve like it is not plagiarized. So most of what I do is I try to maintain the flow of content so that people just stay in that platform to read. So including the keywords, right keywords, using the right SEO tools is my way of dealing with that SEO thing.
So we have one more question from Harish. How do you plan to gather feedback on the content written by you? What is the process for making revisions based on feedback?
Mm, Actually, I haven't yet done it, so I cannot tell how I'm planning to do it as well. Like, feedback. uh, No, actually, I haven't done it yet, so I'm not the right
Oh,
person to tell.
no, it's fine. It's fine. So I went through your content on Instagram and I found that there is a very strong influence of cinema and art and books whenever you write. So, like, how do you say that? How does the cinema, the what you watch or what you read affects your content? Like, in a, even in a positive or a negative way, like, how does it shape your content? And even after that, how are you still able to write some of the contents like in LinkedIn where everything is very formal? So, how do you differentiate? Yeah.
Yeah, so first of all, what I write, first of all, what I watch and what I read highly influences the content that I'm writing. Because you know what you are the person what you are consuming. I feel that.
Yeah.
So every time like, I love to watch series, I love to watch movies, and every day I read like 10 pages of a book. And these So I enjoy all these things, and particularly talking about series and movies, uh, those are kind of informal type of content which you cannot write
Yeah,
about on LinkedIn. And
yeah,
this
obviously.
might yeah, so because the audience is completely different on LinkedIn. So uh, with time, I would be very honest, like initially when I started, my writing style was not at all formal. If you'll
Yeah.
see my pieces 3 years ago, they were very informal, they were very personally influenced from cinema and influenced from the books that I have read. So with time, uh, one second, is there a problem with my network?
No, 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 everything's fine. I'm able to hear.
Okay. Okay, so with time, with experimentations, with trials and errors, I have also learned what kind of content. What I've also improved as a LinkedIn content writer. Initially, I was not the one. I learned from various creators by reading their content, by rereading
Mm.
their content, and shaping my content in that style. So but yeah, watching and reading always helps, but you should also know that what in which area you are working. Like I cannot just watch movies and read books if I'm writing short form of content. If I'm writing short form of content, then I have to read different creators post on LinkedIn to get inspiration for that and to learn how to enhance my style.
So, yeah, that's a very great insight you gave us into how we should manage ourselves. And so, like, if how do you like? There is a way, like, some people say that like trends are very much getting outdated very quickly around nowadays. Like every
Yeah.
day there is a new trend. So, how do you make up to that industry trends thing? Like, how do you shape your content? Like every day you must be shaping your content in a different way so that you stay updated to the recent trends. So how do you do that? Like, what's the basic source of yours to stay updated from these trends? Like,
My ways follow the top 1% creators on LinkedIn.
okay.
Try to incorporate their style in your writings. Try to learn from their content, what is working, what is not working, and how you can shape your content in that form. So have a list of 10 to 20 creators who are in the top 1% or top 5% in your industry, and watch out for content that they are putting, so that you will also stay updated.
Okay. So any more question? Like, we have some questions from the YouTube. So it's
Yeah.
like, how do we approach clients? The first question, it's asked by Meghna. So how do we approach for clients? Like you
How do
said,
you
cold
approach?
mailing is an option, but like if a person is not that much sure for cold mailing and they want quick clients, so what is the easier way?
There's no easier way.
Okay.
Apart from cold mailing, what you can do is actually I got most of my clients from inbound leads. What are inbound leads? As soon as I used to put out my content on LinkedIn, they used to reach out to me for their services. So I never had to cold mail much for regarding the content writing services. Every time a client used to see my profile on LinkedIn, and they used to reach out to me for any kind of services that they used to need. So if you want to have a gradual flow of clients without the process of cold mailing, then make a very good profile on LinkedIn and put yourself out there. If you will put yourself out there, people will notice what you are actually doing, what you can offer to them. And if they'll find that you are the right fit, then they'll reach out to you. So apart from cold mailing, inbound leads is one way, but for that you have to make sure that you are putting yourself out there.
Okay. So next question we have from Vipul Yadav. He asks, how important is great vocabulary in content writing?
Okay, so vocabulary is one thing that you can learn with time. There's a difference between vocabulary and proficiency in English. Content writing, if you want to do content writing, then you don't need to know very heavy words. The very heavy words, like if you'll write necessary for important, it will not create a much of a difference. You have to put yourself out simply. So if you are starting out as a content writer, just make sure that you know a basic English, yeah, that you have a basic proficiency in English. And with time, try to read books, try to watch videos in the language that you are writing in, and enhance your vocabulary along with your content. So it will be very easier for you. You cannot be perfect when you are starting out, but make sure while you are at the end, you have all that what you need.
Okay, so any more questions anybody has who are present in the meet? Okay, so we'll take one question from the YouTube again. How is it different to be in the corporate industry and being a freelancer? And which platform is good for freelancers? Like, which
Okay.
platform would you recommend if somebody has to start?
Okay, so it is very different from being a freelancer and working as a corporate employee, because when you are a freelancer, you have to do everything on your own, and you are your own boss, you are your own employee, so everything's on you. If you are delivering good content, then you are a good employee for your clients, and if you are messing up, then you are only responsible for it. But I enjoyed being a full-time freelancer as well. So there's there are pros and cons with being a full-time freelancer and being a corporate employee. So I enjoyed working as a full-time freelancer, and right now as a corporate employee, I'm enjoying it because I'm getting to learn a lot in the field of data analytics. I'm working with a good team, working with a great manager, and yeah, and living living so far away from my family is one thing that I'm also evolving with. So yeah, everything comes with its own pros and cons, and it's very different from being a freelancer to a corporate employee. And the second question was, Krishna, can you once repeat the second question? I just forget.
Yeah, which is the best platform for the freelancers to start
Yeah.
out?
Yeah, thank you. Uh,
Mm,
if you want to start out, I started from freelancer.com, but now I think if I had known better, I would have started out my journey through LinkedIn, because
okay.
LinkedIn has a lot of potential. If you will update your profile, if you'll start putting yourself out on LinkedIn, then within 3 months, like 3 months is the long time that I'm talking about. If you're doing enough, no, 3 months are a lot of time that you will definitely grab one client. That will uh, yeah, but you have to do a lot of things. Key, you have to update your LinkedIn profile, you have to post consistently. You should also send connection requests to your potential clients. You should
Yeah,
reach out, you should send cold emails daily, 10 to 20 cold mails daily. So but you know what, that's worth it, because you will fail once, you will fail twice, but after numerous attempts, there will be one client that would be ready to give you their
some amount of it.
services.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go with LinkedIn, I'll say.
Okay. So, like one question I have is if you start out on a blog, like blog can be highly informal or anything. Like if you just want to publicize your daily journal. So, how many words are more than enough? Like sometimes I ask from some people, they say 1,000 words are too less, but for some people, 1,000 words are too much. So, like, what do you prefer if, like, a basic, if somebody wants to just personalize their daily journal, so what word limit is enough?
Like talking about their personal journal.
Yeah, just like I'm taking a basic example. If somebody wants to publicize their daily journals,
Okay, okay.
yeah,
Like that would depend on the content they want to share. For example, if I'm writing about my daily journey, then there might be a day when a lot of thing will happen, and there might be a day when it would be so decent that nothing happened that day, and I was just working along with my laptop. So I'll have nothing to share at the end of the day. But if I would have set that limit ki I have to write 1,000 words on my
yeah,
daily journal about what happened today, then I might be short of words,
yeah,
because I have that pressure that I have to write 1,000 words, and then I will not enjoy the process of journalizing my day. So I would suggest, don't set any target and don't restrict yourself, because journalizing is the process where you are able to explore and express yourself. Just keep if you, even if you don't do anything today, no, just write 10 words about it and publish it. Publishing it is important rather than doing anything today, because if you will not put yourself out there consistently, then there's no point of starting out. So go slowly, do it consistently, and don't put any restrictions on yourself, and enjoy above all of it.
okay. So that's very like if we are some yeah, because many of the times like if even if like I've met some friends of mine who have a constant complaint that our life are so mundane that we can't write a daily journals that interestingly. So that's yeah. So what the one advice which I would also give them is just put yourself out there, and then things will start kicking in.
Yes,
So
definitely.
yeah. So if I would take up a final call if anybody has any question. Yeah, Prakhar has raised his hand. Yeah, please Prakhar, unmute yourself. Yeah,
Yeah, Mahal. Yeah,
yes,
moving
you are.
along to your moving along to your previous talks like building network, building resume and everything. How do you nurture your network? Like you might have your initial step talk to a lot of clients, potential clients. How they you retrieve it backwards so that they could constantly ask your content writing skill services.
Sorry, I didn't get your question, Prakhar. Can you repeat once?
Uh, yeah, my question is like how you are able to nurture network. Like you have already built a proper environment where multiple people will constantly ask your content writing skills and services. How do you like retain them? How you like create that need and desire? Because obviously majority of the time they will only reply it like I will let you know later or something like that. So how you create that demand?
Okay, what I'm getting is ki, you are trying to say, if you will reach out to a client and they say that they'll get back to you, then what you should do next.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay, so if so, if you reach out to a client and they say anything that I'll reach out to you, we'll talk after some time. Let me think about it. Then give them 2 to 3 days before you reach out to them once again. But for sure, reach out to them after a period of a decent period is 2 3 days, because after 2 3 days you have given them enough time to think about your offer, and they also have you in mind that yeah, Prakar has reached out to me before 2 3 days, and now I have time. So after 2 3 days they'll take you seriously, because the first time they were not that acquainted to you. So after 2 3 days they'll definitely answer you from a different mindset. So if at that point of time they again say that they'll reach out to you, then try one more time. I suggest that you just try 2 times after you pitch your services, and even after the second time they say that they'll reach out to you, then I'll suggest that try your hands on different clients, so that they'll take you, so for the people who will take your services seriously. But always go for 2 rounds of pitching your services. Sorry, 3 rounds
Thanks
of
for
pitching
answering.
your services.
Oh, thanks for answering. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we'll take up a final round of questions. So if anybody has a question in the meet, then please raise your hand. Or
Krishna, yeah, I have one
Yeah, yes,
question
we are.
for
Yes,
Aditi.
sir.
Yes, ma'am. Uh, Hi Aditi, I am Suresh and Secretary of Graphic Cafe Club. So,
Hi.
as a club secretary, I have one question for you. Like before the lecture series start, we were discussing what kind of topic shall we bring for our lecture series. So when we have discussed content writing, okay. So as you can understand, being an engineer, shall we moved on to that content writing stuff and other non-technical stuff. So was it difficult for you also to choose this path of content writing? Like how you answer those questions?
Yeah, actually, coming from a technical background,
Mm-hmm.
it's quite difficult to pursue content writing because you know what, in our industry, we are mostly influenced by what people are doing. For example, if our friend circle will start doing coding, then we'll be very intrigued. Yeah, coding is a new
Yeah,
thing, then we'll also do it.
yeah,
So there's an environment of coding, of gate, of cat, and higher studies. But even right now, we don't have an environment of freelancing, content writing, graphic designing, or any other creative background.
yeah,
As an engineer, we still lack the environment of creativity and independency as a student. So I faced this challenge when I was starting out because everyone was around me was doing different thing, but what kept me going was my passion. With time, what one thing will stay, which is your passion. If I tried my hands on coding, I tried my hands on Gate. It wasn't like that. I chose content right from the beginning. I'm still on the exploration phase. I haven't yet opted content full time. So I'm still on the exploratory phase. So once you are done with everything and you still want to do content, then that's the sign that it's made for you and you want to pursue it. So if you'll get that answer, ki, I want to do this one thing only, then that's meant for you and you should pursue it. So coming from a technical background, I faced these difficulties, whether I'm going on the right path, whether this is meant for me, will I be able to sustain for long, and there were many questions that I was worried about. But in the long run, I figured out that I I could only do content writing the best. And right now
yeah,
I'm also trying to figure out my path as an analyst, so let's see what I'll choose in the future.
yeah, yeah. Thank you
Okay,
for your
so yeah, like our next question was on that only. Like, what are you looking forward to in the future? Like, in terms of content writing, like any
In
specific plans you
terms,
have for, because we have just started a new year, so any plans for 2024?
yeah, so for 2022, I am ready to optimize my LinkedIn. Since my college years, I have been on and off on LinkedIn. Right now, I was talking about consistency because I know how inconsistent I have been. I was trying my best to be consistent, but with college, but with my clients' work, and everything, I wasn't able to optimize my LinkedIn that much, and I feel that now is the right time to do it. So for 2024, my goal is to optimize my LinkedIn and be as much present and as much consistent on LinkedIn. So you guys can also connect with me on LinkedIn and reach out to me whenever you face any problem related to college or content or any other thing. I'd be happy to help you out.
Okay, so very that's very generous of you, first of all, because reaching out, like many of us are very shy towards reaching out to many people, if we know. And because on LinkedIn, it's always a corporate kind of a setup. So some of time people who don't have that much of achievements in their life, they rather feel shy on LinkedIn itself. Like they rather feel out of place or everything. So yeah.
Yeah, but I would, as I said, just ask for help shamelessly. Nobody will see where you are coming from, but they would be very much interested to help you out if you have the right intent. So go and ask for help, and people are very present to help you out. Don't reject yourself.
Okay, so since we are running out of time, so one last question if anybody has, then otherwise we'll wind. Okay, so since we have no questions, so thank you, Aditi, for being with us. Your insights were gold, and we had such a cool conversation, and the vibe you brought was spot on. So can't wait. So we can't wait to have you back on with and have a cool conversation again and have more insights into the world of content writing with your help. Thank you, Aditi.
Yes, definitely. Thank you for being such a lovely audience, and I would be happy to help you out anytime if you'll reach out to me. And yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, one last question. Take one snapshot with Aditi. Like we are in meet.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, done.
Everybody can do this, then it will be very good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Done, Sanjay? Yeah, it's too tough to hold the smile, Sanjay, fast. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Aditi.
Thank you, Aditi. Thank you.
Thank you so much. See you guys.
Thank you.
See you too.
Bye.
Thank you for coming.
Everybody is doing like this. Who is taking the screenshot?
मैं वही बोलने वाला था भाई.
लिया तो कि नहीं एटलीस्ट
तीसरा
संजय लिया कि नहीं
YouTube
संजय
लाइव
भाई
बंद कर
लिया
लो
कि
ना.
नहीं लिया? अरे मैं बोला तो बैक एंड का हमारा संजय बोला भाई.
ये लेकिन
सिर्फ 18
पार्टिसिपेंट
मिनट
का
का लंबा
काम क्यों आ गया यार स्ट्रीम एंड करो स्ट्रीम
अरे स्ट्रीम तो एंड करो भाई. स्ट्रीम